Here's some job interview advice if you're someone who's early in your career or you're going to interview for your first job. So let's say you've found a job and you want to apply and you want to do a little bit more research before the interview so that you're prepared. The first thing I would do is I wouldn't only visit their website, I would go to their About Us section and look at their mission and values in addition to why their product exists. What gaps is their product filling? And not only that, I would go to their careers page and look how they're describing what it's like to be an employee there, their employee culture, how they take care of their team, the benefits and perks, beyond just the job listings. Look at how they're describing what it's like to have a career or a job at that organization. All of this company website research will tell you a lot about the company and how they treat their employees and, what's most important to them, before you even step into the initial call. The next thing I would do is I would look up any news or press on the company, and I would just Google company name news to catch up on the latest updates or even controversies. On a similar note, I would also look at their social media, in particular their LinkedIn account. I want to see the content they're posting. I will also want to run a search on LinkedIn for the company name and then filter that search by posts. And what that does is it will show me how people are talking about the company and the brand, what they're saying, what they love, what they don't love, their pain points, their wins. I want to see what the public conversation is about the company. The last thing I would do is I would look at their Glassdoor page to see what the reviews are on the CEO and leadership overall, how people have experienced the interview process, the salary ranges that are typical for each role. There's so much value in doing this research prior to the interview or applying because, for one, it shows genuine interest. Employers know when you've done your homework. It also helps tailor your answers, because you can pull things that you've noticed that you've seen in your research into your answers to the interview questions. You can connect the dots, in other words, something you've done which matches very well with what their values or mission is. It also helps you prepare smart questions so you know to pinpoint exactly, something about the company, and weaving that into your question shows again that you've done your research and spent the time to do the homework. It also helps avoid surprises. So if there are any red flags, hopefully you find those in your research prior to even the conversation.